Hello, and welcome back to our Home Sweet Healthy Homes podcast. We're so excited to be here, so excited that you're listening to us here. As promised, I do have Sherry from the Healthy Homes here. Super excited to hear everything she has to say about her job, her favorite aspects, etc. So, hi Sherry, how you doing?
Hi Kate, thanks for having me here today.
No problem. Before we get to know Sherry a little bit, I just wanted to add in if you have any questions at all, or if you want to add something into the podcast you think could be a good fit, you have any additional questions that you would like us to clarify on here, definitely feel free to let me know. I will leave my phone and my email in the blurb. I will also leave Sherry's information as well, so you can reach out to us individually if you have any questions that maybe we didn't answer, or if you have any in-depth questions as well. But without further ado, let's get to know Sherry a little bit. So can you explain a little bit about yourself?
Sure, I'd be happy to share a bit about myself, and I'll start from the very beginning. I was born in China. I grew up in Toronto, where I graduated with Bachelor of Architectural Science. I then came to Boston for my master's in city planning. I then got married to my husband and decided to settle down here. We have 2 young children, a dog and a cat.
So cute. I have 2 dogs and they just dog and cat complete
right.
the family.
They absolutely do.
Based on everybody that I've interviewed this far in the office, Sherry is kind of our veteran in the office. So how long have you worked at the Office of Healthy Homes?
Yes, I am pretty seasoned over here. I've been with Office of Healthy Homes for over 6 years and counting.
Wow. Explain a little bit of your day-to-day at the office, what you do, your job.
Absolutely. I wear a few different hats in the office. My title is Housing Programs Manager. I administer housing-related federally funded programs. In relation to that, I help develop guidelines, policies, and procedures to make sure the programs gets implemented smoothly and it meets our goals and outcomes within a timeline and within budget. My other hat is being the grants compliance planner to make sure we are compliant with all federal, state, and local regulations. And that means conducting environmental reviews for various projects, preparing various compliance reports, conducting monitoring for the city as well as the Social Home Consortium's affordable housing portfolio. And I can talk a little bit more about our Social Home Consortium later on. My other hat would be a grant writer. Back in 2018, I spearheaded a grant application for lead hazard remediation, and we were fortunate to receive a $2.3 million grant over a 3-year period. And from our success in implementing that new lead abatement program, we applied again in 2021 and received another $2.9 million to continue the program. Recently, we advocated for the creation of a new program called Older Adults Home Modification Grant Program, and that was recently approved by the city's Affordable Housing Trust Committee. This program is targeted at our senior residents, and our aim is to help them to age in place with a program design that is different than our typical housing repair program. Particularly, we bring in licensed occupational therapists to help us identify specific areas that we can modify a senior's home, tailored to their needs to promote their full participation in daily life activities and create independence. I may get off track a little bit here, but that's sort of some of the projects I get involved with. And then I spend a good amount of my time with the South Shore Home Consortium, which is a consortium joined by contiguous cities and towns for the purpose of receiving and administering the Home Investment Partnerships Program Fund as a single participating jurisdiction. And Quincy is the lead community of the South Shore Home Consortium. That includes the town of Weymouth, Braintree, Holbrook, Milton, and starting this July 1st, the town of Randolph will be joining our consortium as well. The Home Funds provides assistance for a range of activities that help create or rehabilitate affordable housing for rent or homeownership or provide direct rental assistance. So for folks that's been listening to our podcast, Kate walked through the first-time homebuyer program in the last episode. It's one of the programs that's funded by the Home Funds and available to buyers that purchase a home in any one of our consortium communities.
Wow, it definitely seems like you got your hands full over at the office. And like she mentioned, definitely go listen to our last episode describing the first-time homebuyer program. And the Aging in Place program is new, but it is such a great idea, and helping older adults age in place is something awesome. And so out of all the great things in the office, what are some of your favorite aspects of the job that make you excited to come to work every day?
My favorite aspect of the job would be that every day on the job is different. It's not a routine day-to-day job. Today I may be working on putting in the grand apple, like the lead hazard mitigation. Tomorrow you might see me at a table at one of the community events to conduct public outreach for folks to learn more about our programs. And sometimes I might be at a regional or national conference as a panelist to represent the city or the home consortium to showcase some of our work as best practices. And then like today, I get to do a podcast with Kate. So this is really my favorite aspect of the job.
And I do enjoy that as well, knowing you're coming into the office, but maybe you're not doing exactly like you did yesterday or the week before. There's always something exciting going on that you can look forward to.
Absolutely.
What is different, or what have you learned on this job that in previous jobs maybe you didn't get as much hands-on work, or maybe it's something different? What did you learn in this job?
Yes, this job has really contributed to my personal and professional growth through leadership opportunities, project management, and the best part of being on this job is that there are endless opportunities to learn and grow. This job is different from my previous, though I was working in the same field in my previous job, managing the same block grant and similar programs. The biggest difference I would say is the people. You know, my colleagues, supervisor, and the leadership under Mayor Koch. The work culture and the team dynamics really foster positive work outcomes, and that shows through some of our programs that have become a national model.
So cool. As our application can be kind of lengthy, what is some advice that you would tell potential applicants when applying to our programs?
Absolutely. I would say don't hesitate to contact us. You can call, email, or just drop us a message directly from our website, or even walk into our office anytime that's convenient to you. We're open between 8:30 to 4:30 Monday to Friday. We've put out a lot of information about all of our programs, but we'd be happy to talk to you and answer any questions you might have. We'll guide you through the application process, which might seem daunting to you, or we can show you what the workflow or the timeline would look like. And also don't hesitate to contact us, even if after the project completion, if you've done the program with us, we'd be happy to answer any questions, help you follow up with anything. So call us and contact us. We're here for you.
Yeah, and we're available if we need to head over to your house. If you're an older adult that really can't come to our office, just let us know and we'd be happy to help you. Jumping back to one of your questions, Sherry, you mentioned how there's all these different opportunities to grow and learn within your position, but the different positions in the office. I wanted to add on to that point. When I first came into this job, I learned a lot about lead and the hazards and where you can find it in the house, all of that stuff, which I had no idea about before. Of course, I knew like the basics, but that is something I learned and still continuing to learn new things in the office as I come in each day as well. So kind of switching over topics to maybe a little more fun aspect. Share a little fun fact about yourself that maybe some people in the office don't know.
Absolutely. Yep. Not all knows about this, so I'm sharing this here on the podcast.
Exclusive.
Exclusive, yes. So Sherry is actually my middle name. My first name is spelled Xue, and it means snow in Chinese.
That's so cool. Do you like winter then?
I don't actually. But then I'm in New England, so we cannot avoid it.
Right.
Yeah.
So we did have our Healthy Kids Day event that was at the YMCA. We attended a tabling at that. It was on April 20th. They had the New England Free Jack players that you could come and meet and greet. There's also Touch a Truck there as well, along with a bunch of different activities, which made it a fun, packed, and filled day of things to do with your family, your friends. The event was free. I hope we saw all of you there. Got a chance to say hi to everyone and answer anyone's questions. So I know the podcast comes out at the end of the month. But if there is an event that's closer to the beginning of the month or maybe in the middle, we are posting details about any upcoming events that will be at Facebook, but also on the calendar on our website as well. So you don't have to miss an opportunity to come and see and speak to us. As always, please feel free to contact us. Like I said, I will leave both Sherry and my contact in the blurb below. Stay tuned for anything that we have coming up. Thanks for coming on the podcast, Sherry, and talking about what you do. We loved having you on here.
Thank you, Kate. Thank you, everyone, for listening.
All right, everyone, have a good rest of your day, rest of your night, whenever you're listening. We'll see you next time. Bye.